We live in chaotic times, and chaos is always a catalyst for change. But it also comes with opportunity and possibility. What that change is going to look like is entirely up to us. We are going to need to be resilient, individually and collectively, to create and promote the kind of just and peaceful world we all desire. Welcome to Living with Inner Elegance. I'm Caroline Phipps and the founder of Living with Inner Elegance. Inner elegance is a state of grace where we live with an alignment of mind, body, and spirit to create a sense of living a more peaceful and integrous life. Before I begin, please check out my YouTube channel, click on the little bell for further notifications and the like button. It goes a long way towards helping the Living with Inner Elegance initiative. Keeping your sanity, resilience in a time of chaos. I was born with a profound sense that life was mysterious. Even as a very small child, I was always searching for something beyond my consciousness. And when I learnt how to read, you could always find me curled up somewhere, in a corner, under a blanket, reading one of the many leather-bound stories that my parents had in their library. They were fairy tales, mythologies, philosophies, and of course the King James Bible. And I was always on this search for the meaning of life, and that has remained with me today. I was also born knowing something else. I have always had this sense that life as we know it in my lifetime is going to be disrupted. What actually always astonished me the most was that as the decades went by and things remained sort of relatively the same, even though we were dealing with enormous changes with climate and the disparity in wealth and various things that were going on. But I was always amazed that the fundamentals remained strong. And now here we are in the early days of 2025. And what has happened? Here we are, submerged in chaos. We don't feel safe. We do not feel secure. And this comes right down to fundamentals like the water we drink and the air that we breathe. Lies have become normalized, and we are in a situation where the not normal has become normal. We're now being asked to go along with and trust the very people who have undermined our fundamentals and our institutions. This is gaslighting at its most profound. It's the definition of manipulation and insanity. So, needless to say, many people are asking me, what does it all mean? Well, as I mentioned in last month's video and article, Keeping Your Sanity, Today's Dilemma, it's my belief that this is a spiritual reckoning. The political aspect of it is merely a symptom and not the cause. So let's take a step back and have a look at how we actually got here today. The capitalist world encourages and programs us to be dissatisfied with who we are and what we have. When you think about it, we're always being encouraged to believe that enough is never enough. And we are particularly revered if, in our struggle to get as much as we can, we've trampled on other people along the way. It is no wonder that we are in a loneliness epidemic and a health crisis. In the US in 2024, we dispensed, I believe it is, 221 million prescriptions of antidepressants. Yes, that's right. Just think about that number. We are programmed to be self-serving and dissatisfied. Imagine that. Programmed to be self-serving and dissatisfied. And I ask you, how could this possibly go well? And on top of that, we're also conditioned to believe that we are never enough, and the solutions to our problems and frailties are to be found outside of ourselves. Well, not only does this make us susceptible to consumerism, but as we have seen, it also makes us susceptible to the false promises of neon gods who are going to fix everything for us. What I am seeing today, which I find really interesting, is that as a direct consequence of the vacuous dark side of greed strutting about in plain sight, around the world, there are so many people coming together, millions of people coming together to say, we don't want this. We don't want this corporatization of our lives. We want something more. We want connection. We want to be of service. We want things to be just for all of us. And people are really questioning whether having stuff and more stuff is really going to make us happy. And I think what we're seeing today is that, in fact, the truth is it isn't going to make us happy. And truth has a way of coming out, doesn't it, regardless of where we are. So you can build man-made structures, create borders, boundaries, divisions. The truth is that the sun is going to shine on all of us, no matter which side of a wall or which side of a divide we're on. It doesn't make a decision about who are the chosen people. And no amount of bully and bluster is going to alter the fact that when we come together to create a win-win situation where everybody is helped and we are all uplifted, it immediately makes us stronger, but divided, we are weaker. And that is the truth of the situation. Now, the good news about all of this chaos is that it is a catalyst for change. And it always presents an opportunity and comes with these amazing possibilities. We are gifted to be here now. And with the acceleration of the chaos, we don't have any time, my people, for complacency. We either give up and become apathetic and what can we do? There's nothing we can do. Or we step up. And the key to all of this is going to be our resilience. And the more resilient we are as individuals, the stronger we will be when we come together to work together, and the more effective we can be. It's really easy to be despairing right now, but I am here to say that together we can change this situation. And here are some ways for you to become more resilient, because believe me, I know how tough this is. So within your life, take a few minutes to work out what it is that you really are responsible for and what you're not. What you can control and what you can't. And then you've worked out your sphere of influence. So this is your very own sphere of influence. And within that, you have so many options. You can either contribute to more chaos, or with every thought, every action, every piece of advocacy, you can make a difference and be a part of the solution. And this is just a reminder of how powerful you are. We are born in the image of God, so do not let anybody tell you that you are not powerful. They would not be trying to divide us if they didn't know how powerful we are together. And it may be a cliche, but there is a considerable amount of truth in the expression, you don't know what you've got until it's gone. When things that we have taken for granted are suddenly threatened or even taken away, as indeed we're experiencing today, their value skyrockets. So maybe have a reevaluation of your life and take a look at what your priorities are and what you value. I can almost guarantee you that if you wrote that list today and you had written that list a few months ago, they would be quite different. This is how quick the speed of change is. So what we value can then help us to work out what to advocate for, who to serve, and will also help to strengthen our resolve. And most importantly, because we are in chaos, do your best to find some peace within that chaos as best that you can. We don't have any choice here. The obstacle is the way. We're not going back. There is no going back. So we are in a situation where the obstacle is the way. Navigating the chaos is what we're going to have to do. And I always take comfort from the words of the Swiss psychologist and psychiatrist Carl Jung when he said, "In all chaos, there is a cosmos. In all disorder, a secret order." This is a golden opportunity that we have been presented to change the world, to make the changes we so desperately want in our search for a more just and peaceful world. Before I sign off, please check out my YouTube channel, click on the little bell and the like button. And if you are interested in more living with inner elegance, go to my website, carolinephipps.com, where you will find articles, podcasts and videos, all of which are designed to help you be more resilient in these times. Thanks for joining me today. I am looking forward to seeing you next time.